Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogan Monster here, along with Stevie B.
Hey. Hello.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we like to call it. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. Great to see everybody in chat already. Some I said hi to, some I didn't. Sorry.
It's great.
Hi.
Great to be here. I missed being here.
Well, you were missed. Absolutely.
I'm scrolling back.
I'm glad you're able to be here.
I know, me too. It's been
awesome.
A heck of a couple weeks. And still going, but it's gotten a lot easier. Things are coming along good. I've been blessed. Truly. So it's all good. Glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here to watch it, witness it, and be able to help in some way, So
most definitely.
It's awesome. Now I just think I can't see.
Already. Right there. There you go. That's the ones you had on top. I don't know. There's the other ones right there. I think those are the ones you just cleaned. We're trying to get his eyeballs together here.
Can't see. Oh, there we go.
There we are.
Sort of.
So they adjust.
That light's annoying
me. OCST, Harold. How you doing? I know Christy's there somewhere.
Scott B, how's it going?
Good to see you guys.
Hi, Val.
Sharon Guy. How you doing, hon?
Mr. Lee. What's going on, Mr. Lee?
Lee.
You guys hear us okay? I won't find out.
Yes,
no. All the way back.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
Val, good to see you. Sharon.
And Sharon.
Yes. Sharon and Sharon. Miss Sandra Piper.
Northwoods.
I hope you're doing well, Sandra.
It's good to see you, Sandra.
It's good to see everybody.
I'm going to scroll through. Oh, absolutely. I guess. Never mind. I just end up scrolling the wrong way.
I have it on top message. What's that?
Mogs, you look less bloated every time I see you. It's
marvelous. Oh no, Sharon. I'm sorry. You know what works good? Clove oil. 100% clove oil. You put it on a Q-tip or a cotton ball and just let it sit on it. As long as you can stand it, it's going to burn like a bitch.
Yeah, it does.
It heals it. It just doesn't take the pain away. It actually heals it over time. You can do it as often as you need to until you get that. Yeah, it works. Trust me, it works. It's harsh. It's harsh.
No, it works.
It's very strong, but
I've done it. I do it. I have clove oil and Q-tips right next to it.
Yep. I'm sorry you're going through that, but get you some clove oil. It works really well. My grandma used to do that.
Even when I was like younger, you always heard you chew on a clove, but
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
Got a toothache, and sure enough.
No, not castor oil, Mr. Lee. Not at all. Don't. Yeah. Ooh. No, clove oil.
Although castor oil is
it works for a lot of good things, but not a
terrible oil.
Not an abscess.
I think I always thought like castor oil was like a punishment. I think you had to take like a tablespoon of castor oil, or I never did, as far as I know.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have.
I don't think on purpose. But I have actually I have black castor oil.
Around
here that I use
for your.
Well, it's good for muscles and I was trying to use it for as a wrap. I wrapped it for my foot. It was bothering me, so I massaged in some of this black castor oil, and then wrapped it. And it helped. You know, it helped. It loosened it up. Mike Kirkpatrick, how's it going?
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, I keep forgetting what the hell my you know it is. Wait. Plantar fasciitis.
There you go.
Plantar
Good job.
fasciitis. I don't know how I came up with it, but
I think I've said it to you enough times. It finally stuck.
It's good to see you, Mike.
There's nothing worse than a toothache. I mean, there is, but that's.
No, I have
Yeah.
one. I know.
Yeah, I've had them, and I've had it go to my ear. That's what she's going through right now. But I swear by the clove oil, a couple days of that, and it's gone, completely gone. But it helps for the immediate to take that edge off of that unbearable pain, especially at night when you're trying to sleep, and it just, yeah. I'm sorry you're going through that.
It's my go-to. The clove oil.
Mine too. Scott B.
I am
How you
gonna.
doing?
Harold says I got started on metformin. I don't know what that is today.
That is, well, it's used for a lot of things, but generally for diabetic
Okay. Good luck with that.
control,
Seriously, you know.
right?
I haven't had any issues with
So do I. So
big pharma.
I did.
I'm not hippie or anything.
No.
I mean, don't judge a book by its cover.
I'm laughing too. Sharon Guy says I can handle just about any pain, but when I get a toothache or earache, I'm a bitch.
No, toothaches are the worst.
And then when you have
They're
both,
worse.
when you have
I
both,
had an
it's
abscess
just,
on the top, my wisdom tooth, and it almost took me out. Like I was in such pain.
I went through that not long ago, a few months ago, where it went up
I
into
had-
my ear.
The only way to like relieve the pressure was just to like almost like grab my toes, like bend over and just to have as low as I can get my head, but still be standing. Because it would just, that's the only way it would relieve enough for me to like
Yeah.
function for a minute.
My what I went through hurt so bad I couldn't tell if I had an earache and it was going down into my tooth, like in my jaw, or if it was my tooth that was going up into my ear, or just both. But it was horrible. It lasted for
Oh, okay. It's
Wow.
being used for his cholesterol.
cholesterol.
Why
Okay.
can't I say that?
Like I said, it is used for a lot of different things, ailments.
Rex Goodrum, welcome. So what else is going on out there? Oh yeah, so what we do is this. But what we would like to do is this with you.
With you,
Here.
yes.
Okay. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link in chat, and anybody that wants to come hang out can come hang out. Just click on that link. Follow the directions. Pretty simple. You don't want to be on camera when you get there. Bottom of the screen, hit stop camera. You don't have to be on camera. I do ask is that when you click on StreamYard, turn off YouTube. Just close that out so we don't get an echo.
Derek McManus, good to see you.
How's it going, Derek?
He says, good evening all. We have a breakdown at work, so I'm having a sneaky watch.
We're about to get him fired.
Right.
Mr. McManus, what are you doing over there? When they brought me. You know what? Northwood, when they broke my nose a few years ago to fix it, they gave me heavy duty pain meds, but I never even had to take anything because there was almost no pain. Somebody broke my nose once,
I thought I broke mine recently.
and it was all over the side of my face. I mean, it was just all smushed.
I thought I did.
And when I went to the hospital,
It's gone away.
they give you these shots, and I'm sitting in the chair. The guy sticks those rods up there, fixes it, straightens it out, whatever, and pulls it out, stands up, and he looks at me. He goes, I have never seen anybody not flinch.
I remember you saying that.
I was like, ooh. Yeah, it's bizarre. Michelle Powell, welcome. Blazer, what's up?
Blazer. Good to see you.
Yeah, when it comes, I have to see a dentist soon. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, me too. I just have other things to get situated first.
Yeah, there are other priorities until
There.
that becomes priority.
Yes.
And that's just waiting that long, or just putting it off,
I know.
and then it kind of makes it worse.
It
In the
can.
long run, it might be more painful.
True. Well, hopefully it won't have to be much longer. I have other teeth to worry about. I'm so sorry.
It's an inside joke. You're correct. You do.
Oh, sorry.
That's hysterical. You want to tell this story?
I've been looking after my parents and my dad.
Hold on, let me give her. I'm gonna give her the mic here.
They can hear me, I think. Wait.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Oh, congratulations, guys. Harold and Christy, they officially announced their engagement on Facebook this week.
Oh, bravo! Congratulations.
Congrats. That's so cool.
Excuse me. Very cool.
That is.
Right on. Jamie Cotterill, how are you? Gary Johnson. I forgot what I was saying. You were okay. So I just turned the mic over to Steve.
We were just laughing because I said I have other teeth to look after, and there's a story behind the reason I said that. I started to explain. My dad and my stepmom, I moved them down from Baltimore, and this is where I've been the last couple of weeks, is taking care of them, getting them situated. They have a few health issues, and it's a lot. I won't go into too much detail, but I took them, when I got them here, I took them over to the hospital, and in the emergency room, they take my dad to go get a CT scan, and he comes back, and first thing my stepmom realizes is, where's your bottom teeth? Like, he has dentures and his bottom teeth were missing. And I mean, we tore up the hospital, and I was kind of pissed. It's not something that's easily replaced. He already has weight issues where he needs to gain some more weight, and that will just make it 10 times harder if you can't really eat. So the other day I was sitting here going through.
Yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday. Yes, I'm sorry. Yesterday I was sitting. I'm so tired.
Okay.
All the days blend now. Yesterday I was sitting here going through some bags of clothing of theirs and just kind of sorting through what's what. them being from Baltimore, it's mostly winter clothes that I'm like, yeah, they're not going to need this. They're not going to need that. I pull out a really nice jacket of my father's, and first thing I notice is there's two front pockets, and I see them both kind of bulge. So I touched it from the outside. I'm like, what is that? I open up the button, and lo and behold, he must have lost another pair at some point because I found a bottom row set of dentures in his coat pocket. And it was just like, I mean, I was ecstatic because, again, it's not something easily replaced, especially with all the other issues that they're dealing with at the moment. That
I tripped out on it.
I
I was just like, that is fucking awesome.
Yes.
She fucking pulls him out, and I'm like, holy shit. Because that's a big deal.
It was a huge deal in the moment. I mean, I raised hell about it. I'm like, I know he had his teeth when you took them. Where are they?
Blazer says, bottom play left pocket for the win.
Right. Too funny. But that's what I meant by I have other teeth to worry about than my own right now.
Yeah. Midwest, what's up, Garrow?
Hey, Garrow.
Steal some of this microphone back a little bit. There we
You
go.
didn't have to put it there.
No,
I'm sure
I wanted you to be heard.
I'm sure they can hear me fine. No one said otherwise yet.
That's because they could hear you.
Well, they've been hearing me all along.
They just spoke up.
All right, Mr. Mumble. Guys, if anyone wants to join, the link is out there. I'm sure I'll put it again, but you're just going to hear us mumbling along. Right?
All right. Link is in chat.
Harold said
Mumbles.
Harold said somebody was looking out for my dad. Yeah, I said that. I said, what are the odds? I wasn't aware that he at some point previously must have misplaced the same set. So now we found the one that was missing. I don't know what happened to the ones at the hospital. When I kind of raised hell about it, I was told I would need to make a police report for his missing dentures.
Apparently, Northwood says that a pacemaker will explode, cremate it. So you gotta remove a pacemaker when someone dies.
Oh wow! Well, I'd imagine.
And you're right. I am soft spoken all of a sudden.
I said. I tell no lie.
I just heard it and I was like, "Ooh,
yeah."
Turn up the volume."
Yes, just a notch. Miss Dill. How you doing, Dill?
Great to see you.
Miss Dill, you didn't never come on, did you? You said you were going to come on. And she never came on.
I know.
I'm calling her out.
Seeing that there's people out there waiting on a few things she said she was going to do. I know.
Blazer said some manifest money, others manifest cars. Stevie manifests lower dentures.
Yeah, LOL. Police report asked you to describe the dentures. Well, there's teeth.
Wait, what? I was reading Miss Dill. Police report asked you to describe the dentures.
How is the weather in Canada? Yeah, how is it, Miss Dill? You're just up, Ontario, Lower Ontario, I think, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere up there.
And Gary Johnson, I'm so sorry I missed you. for the longest time. Look forward to you coming on. I want to hear your story. You should come back soon, very soon. I'd like to hang out with you and hear your story from the beginning. I know you've been telling it for years.
We'd have to do a whole
Series. We could
series,
do multiple
yeah.
series. You know, don't have to, 20 minutes or so or whatever. However long you want to tell, you talk forever. I'm okay with that too. But I do want to hear your story from start to finish. I've said that in chats all over the place for the longest time. I'm a little disappointed I missed you the other night. It's good to see you on, for sure. Come back.
Absolutely.
Come back.
Yeah, we'll do that again. We'll set something up. Maybe we can pre-record, or it'd be easier to pre-record. I don't know.
Blaze just said Amazon wanted proof I never got my package, so I sent a picture of my empty hands.
I can't see that. Oh, okay. Wait. I was too far back. Or I was too far up. Oh.
I still said hot in here.
Hot and humid. Jamie says beautiful weather on the Canadian prairies. Right on.
Oh, I bet.
It's beautiful. They have them here, but just to see like miles and miles and miles of just
Far as you can
rolling
see.
prairies.
Yeah.
Wind blows and it's just like waves.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Oh, sorry. No, that would be it.
All right,
Cool as hell.
I'm gonna step away for a second. I gotta grab some coffee. You need anything? Well,
The coffee wasn't quite ready. It's tapping up.
Sure.
Thank you. Daryl said it's beautiful here in Illinois. Today, temperature-wise, it was nice here.
after it rained.
Yeah, no, yeah, but like,
I mean, I hit
Well-
storms the whole way home.
yeah, but the temperature, it was all day.
Well,
The
it was
highest was like
overcast.
85.
It was overcast, but it was still muggy. I mean, so humid. That humidity won't go away.
Jim, what's happening?
Not much. What happened? Stevie see me coming and decide to run.
Just
What do you
a
say?
cloud of smoke, man. Like whoosh. She needs some coffee.
Oh, I understand that. I totally understand that. I had something happen today, and this is just the correct format for me to ask these questions.
All right.
I was doing a video, hiking up the mountain, and it's the 360 camera, so I don't have a lot of experience with it. All of a sudden, I hit a cold pocket. Temperature dropped, probably 10 degrees or more. I mean, it was enough that I could seriously feel it.
Were you
And
near
I
water?
heard, it relatively so. I'd crossed the creek probably a few hundred yards behind me. And, I mean, I was well away from the creek though. And I heard a sound off in the woods that was just not normal, to the point where it just caught my ear. You know what I'm saying? And my camera turned off, just turned off. And then it beeped and turned back on, recording. So I get back to the house and I'm rendering it now, so I haven't had time to look at it. But it was just odd that it would turn off and then turn back on and be recording when it come back on. Any insights anybody has, I would greatly appreciate it.
When you turned it on, how long was it running before it stopped?
That's the other thing. A short amount of time, less than 20 minutes.
And then it turned off and it would turn back on.
Yeah. And like I said, it's new to me, the camera still, but I have never had a camera turn itself off completely and then come back on and pick up where it left off. Usually if it powers down, powers back up, it's reset and you got to press record again or whatever you were doing. But all three of those things happened at the same time.
Have you checked the footage that was recorded when it came back on? Have you had a chance to look through it yet?
Not yet. It's still rendering, and it takes hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it takes a while.
So much.
I'd be
data.
interested to see if there was anything unusual in that recording.
I'm looking
forward to being able to look at it myself once it's out.
Right.
And I don't.
Yeah, to investigate like 360 is cool as hell.
Heck yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of hoping for. If there was something around, there was a couple other times along the trail and coming down. I never record coming down, but I heard what sounded like a woodpecker, but it was the weakest woodpecker I've ever heard. I mean, it was like the beak was muted, and anyway, just an odd day on the trail. And I'm always by myself, so any noises I pick up on rather quick.
What if a woodpecker was to tap on like punky wood? Something that's rotting.
Maybe, but I think it didn't have that hollow sound to it. It was just a muted sound.
Okay.
It was just odd.
Okay.
So we'll see. And I was a little extra high alert because there's been bears spotted, and in going to this particular place for many years, never so many bear spottings. I mean, they even put up a map and got push pins and with all the spots that the bear has been reported. And one of the bears had cubs, and that was the one that made me want to pay close attention to everything going on around me. But anyway, when it gets rendered and uploaded, I'll have to do it in two parts. I don't have software to stitch them together, but I'll have them up probably by tomorrow night, I hope, if nothing else goes astray.
That's cool. Look forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Miss Dill, thank you for posting Jim's link. When you post them tomorrow night, go check them out. Jim's camera and Dawn.
When I heard Moggs announce Miss Deal was in chat, I was wondering if the whips and leather was coming out and she was coming up to get Mr. Lee 3PO.
I wasn't touching that
Mr. Lee
one.
and Blazer had a discussion about it already.
I hinted to it, but I wasn't gonna.
Well, I mean, they put it in chat, so it's public knowledge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know, but I just didn't want to. I was trying to bust balls without busting balls.
Gate Smasher, good to see you.
What's up, Gate Smasher?
Gate Smasher, where you at tonight?
And
some thunder, lightning.
And not on the weird side, but on the coincidence side, after I videoed hiking up that mountain, hiked up a different mountain so that I could just, have a little fun, get some exercise. And when I got up to the top, there was a man and his daughter sitting on a rock with their backs to me. And when I walked around and was able to see more detail in front of him, he was resting rather nicely. He had his shoe taken off and his prosthetic. So from the knee down on one leg, he had a prosthetic. And I was thinking about Stevie, and
Probably wasn't resting nicely. He was probably taking it off because it hurt like a bitch.
Yeah.
Take it off.
I had to take it off. Son of a bitch, we're not there yet.
he was on top of the mountain. He wasn't to the lookout point, but he was on top. So
He
and
was probably hurt a little bit. He had to take it off and readjust and let it breathe for a minute. And that's usually all it takes is a minute with me, anyways. Sometimes I say it all the time. I say it often. I just need a minute.
Didn't mean to cut you off, but it just
But that was my first thought for saying that.
he was cool with it, and I just wasn't sure what to say. I mean, I'm comfortable around Stevie because she makes jokes about it, but I didn't want to say anything to him.
I look at it this way: if he's out there in public and he's taking his leg off, he has no problem being addressed or approached about it. He wouldn't have put himself out there if he had any problems addressing it.
But I wanted to commend him. I mean, he was out there, and I'm guessing it was his daughter they resembled, and he was on top of the mountain, and he had to walk at least 1.3, I'd say 1.3 miles to get to where he was.
That's
cool.
awesome.
Very cool.
Oh yeah. So
I sometimes wonder
I
if
think you walked that in the airport the other day.
I swear to God I did. Twice. I walked that airport 4 times in both directions. They changed my gate 4 times within an hour, and it was the hour right before takeoff, right before boarding. They were boarding. There were 6 people left by the time I got back over to the actual plane, the gate that the plane was at. I swear, miles easily.
Jeez.
But yeah, no, that hiking that mountain, that's incredible.
Absolutely.
That's,
and I mean, there are spots where it's steep. I mean, it's rather steep.
oh yeah, no, I because Stevie went up. She did a little bit of hiking on the Appalachian Trail with a woman, but she used walking sticks, the woman showed her how to do it. The woman just happened to be a
physical therapist for amputees.
Go figure.
Yeah, and pulled in right beside me with a Bigfoot sticker on her Jeep, and I had to speak to her at that point. It wasn't until I came around the backside of my vehicle did she see that I was an amputee. So we both tripped out on each other.
Yeah.
I tripped out on a Bigfoot sticker.
And she helped her out get up the trail.
She showed me how to use the walking.
She'll make it to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
I
said yeah.
You'll make it to the top.
I'm agreeing. I'm not. I mean, only because she showed me how, and that was awesome because I was standing at the bottom at the edge of the parking lot, looking up, and of course I pull off to the steepest entrance to the trail at that point. But I'm standing there, and I looked, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it without having a stick of some sort, and I didn't have anything with me, so I was headed back to my car, kind of feeling defeated. I wanted to get up there. Oh, trust me, I stood there and I looked for the longest time trying to figure out if there was a way possible for me to get up there. But no, I couldn't figure it out. I was walking back to the car when I saw her pull into that parking area. And the first thing I noticed was a Bigfoot sticker on the side of her Jeep.
I thought that was cool as hell.
Yeah.
I said, what are the chances? And then she's friggin',
a career long.
It's like,
physical therapist for amputees.
God said, wait, you want to walk up that hill? Hold on. Wait.
Yep.
Give me a minute.
Yep.
Here you go.
Yep. I believe it.
Oh, everybody in chat, please excuse me. I got so focused on what I saw, I forgot to say hello to everybody, and I hope they're having a great day.
Yeah, we didn't mean to cut you off, dude. We
No,
keep
I'm
doing
sorry.
that.
No,
You know, I'm
no,
sorry.
you're good. You're good. I was just I know everyone in chat, a large number, know about strange things happening in the woods, and
Oh
I
yeah.
wanted to get that out there and ask them if they have any comments or experience. So that's my 2 cents. Somebody
Well,
else's turn.
yeah. Let me on that note, let me put the link in chat. That's not it. That's it. All right. Links in chat. Anybody wants to come on, just click that link, follow those directions. It's pretty simple. And thank you for the coffee, by the way.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
Did I get lightheaded? No, didn't get lightheaded, but the spidey senses were just on full alert because several things was happening at the same time, and when things like that go on, you just start paying immediate attention to everything going on around you.
Is that hyper
Hyper alert,
is
I think
either
they call it.
Hyper awareness,
hyper awareness?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hyper alert, something hyper.
Chance, how are you? Audio. I think I said hi. Not hey, what's up?
Hey, audio.
Oh, Chance, buddy, I'm a little surprised that you didn't catch an Easter egg that I put in a couple of videos for you. I figured that he would have been the person to notice the little Easter egg. That's the only thing I know to call it.
Well, now he knows to look for him, so
Mhm.
watch again.
See, CRJ had a question that I didn't even think of. What was I lightheaded or anything? I wouldn't even thought to consider that.
Huh. Audio said, Jim, what part of the country are you in? I like the picture on your avatar. Where is that?
The picture on my avatar that's showing up right now, that is Linville Falls. That's the one that you and I talked about how it takes the 90-degree turns to finally
Oh
come
yeah,
out right there.
yeah. That sounds cool as hell.
Right.
And it is along the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. Oh, you and Stevie will get a kick out of this. Yesterday morning in Boone, it was 48.
Oh wow.
Wow, I'd freeze.
Yeah, she's I'd freeze.
I would.
It was well, I wouldn't freeze at 48, but I wouldn't be overly warm either. We got down to 58 here.
So even that's chilly for me. When I say anything below 60, I start getting cold.
No, I get it though. But it's been so hot lately.
Oh,
These past
I'm
two
not saying I
summers,
wouldn't welcome it.
I mean, I could handle if it hit 40 degrees, I wouldn't complain.
I wouldn't either.
I'd go fishing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Hats, gloves, scarves. That would be me. But I'd be out there.
be out there in a wetsuit. Yeah.
This shows y'all my mindset. Whenever the temperature goes from warm to having a really cool morning, the first thing I think of, which body of water can I photograph to get the steam rising off of it to get that
Absolutely.
effect?
Oh, you should see the fields that I drive through on the way to work. You could just see the fog coming up, rolling over the fields. Sometimes it comes out over the road, which is kind of trippy because a lot of times you can't see that section of the road as you're approaching it. But yeah, it's beautiful with the
Yeah, but
sunrise
there's no
behind
water,
it.
and there's no water there, is there?
No, it's just a low lying. It's up in the it's in the area of the
It's in a valley.
Wakayava River Basin.
Okay.
So it's just
What-
so low level that yeah. No,
if
there's
somebody would
like
if somebody would safely find a way to take a picture or a short video, we could see it. Which
Yeah.
reminds me, the sunset or sunrise that you took, Moggs, that posted within the last week or so. I really enjoyed that. That was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's. I mean,
I don't get tired of that.
it's. I just point the camera in that direction, you know, and
That's all. That's all
I
you
don't-
have to do.
you know, that's it.
See, the problem with me is I get so in the moment of what I'm looking at, I don't think to grab my phone, and by the time I think about it, the moment's passed.
But yeah, but something like that, I do it all the time. Is I'll get out there, I grab a fishing pole, and I take a cast, and I look to my left, and I go, oh. Shit.
Yeah.
Click, reel it in real fast, and run in, grab the phone or the camera, usually the phone, and take 10 pictures.
I am such a habit of having my cell phone in my hand in order to have it handy for taking photos. You can turn around with the 360 and look, and most of the time I've got my cell phone in my other hand.
That's
You know,
dangerous.
for whatever reason.
At some point.
For whatever reason. Yeah. Oh, and the favorite story that I know, I was taking a photography class, and they were speaking about situations just like what we were talking about. And there was a guy who was a professional photographer. He had been hired to photograph a small town from a mountaintop. So he's up on top of this mountain. He's got his tripod out. He's got his camera ready. It's loaded with film, back in the film days. And he's got everything set for the lighting, and he's taking the pictures of this town, and he turns and looks to his left, and he watches a tornado come out of nowhere. It materializes, goes down into this little community to his left, and goes through the town, and then comes up and disappears up in the clouds. And he's saying exactly what you said, Stevie. He was there with a loaded camera, and he didn't think to turn that's all he had to do was just rotate the camera and take those pictures. And he was just so caught up in the moment of watching it, he never thought of taking the picture.
It's insane. Not that he didn't do it. It's insane that happened.
That happened, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, it happens to the best of people. That's why I asked Bigfoot King, you're not going to walk around without a camera in your hand, are you? If you're
No.
sure you're going to see Bigfoot, have a camera in your hand, period. So, well, that
Yeah.
killed another 2 or 3
I
minutes.
think that the crew that filmed.
He has a film crew, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Lee.
Audio, sorry you didn't get your notifications. I really have no control over that.
I think
Wish I did.
I think it was Carrie Arnold that said to me a long time ago that I was having a problem of not getting notifications, and then I was getting unsubbed, and then when that stopped, notifications weren't coming through again. So it was told to him from someone to unsub for a second, 10 seconds, and then resub and re-hit the bell, and that should eliminate the problem. If it goes on, if it continues on. I'm not telling you to unsub.
Sub.
Just make sure you sub back, Well, then you won't get notifications if you don't.
Nah,
You know?
not good.
He's looking at
Look,
me
look.
like, "What are you saying?"
Look, Chris, what's up?
Tell these people don't
Yeah.
sub.
No, I get it. No,
There-
I heard that. You told me that once
There-
before. That
There's plenty of bugs in the YouTube world. That's for sure.
Robert
I
didn't
had
do.
well, I had like 20 comments from one individual show up all at once, and those comments were made over probably weeks of time. For whatever reason, that one person, their comments just all my notification to me that somebody had commented all came up at the same time. So I spent like 30 minutes just responding to those comments.
Oh, I got home from work yesterday, and on my way home, I was about 10 minutes out. I sent Mogs a text, and I said, "Hey, I'm about 10 minutes away. I'm stopped by the store real quick. Do you want or need anything?" Didn't hear from him, so I took that as a no. It didn't press the issue. Got home, and we're sitting here talking for a good 10, 15 minutes or so, and his phone dings, and all of a sudden, it was the message I sent like 40 minutes ago, because I spent like 30 minutes in the store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like,
He
no, no,
He
thanks.
hits record and
like,
says, "No thanks." Sends me a message back. I'm standing right in front of him.
She's
I'm
like, what?
the hell?
I said, you'll see.
Yeah, but it's weird that it
yeah,
took almost
it was
an hour.
Yeah, it was like 40 something minutes or 45 minutes later that I got it.
The internet world is a weird thing. I don't know if
Yeah,
it
those
was Wi-Fi, no, if it was
Somebody didn't blame it
Messenger.
on solar flares. No.
right. It could have been anything, but it was
Yeah.
just weird to
Could
be
be.
standing right there with them. That, and you always hear people say,
Oh, it's Dragon Z. What's up?
"Excuse me." You always hear
Hello,
people
Ghost Dragon.
get your message. You know, how many times is it actually true?
There you go. All right, somebody else's turn. Thank you guys, and thanks to everybody in chat. I'll talk to you guys a bit later.
All right, man. Jim, good to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
See you soon.
Good to see you, Jim.
You could have stayed all night if you wanted
I
to.
know you didn't have to go anywhere.
Miss Dale, thanks again for posting that. Go check out his channel. He will be posting it tomorrow. Hopefully
Yeah,
tomorrow.
They said hopefully tomorrow. Just depends on how long it takes to upload or.
Yeah, he said it's called something else.
Yes,
I don't
that's
remember what the
why
hell
I'm
it
not
was.
sure. That's why I hesitated.
But yeah, keep an eye out for it. Oh. Audio, it's Jim's camera at dawn.
Grasshopper.
Oh.
Good to see you. I hope you're feeling well.
Yeah, so Mr. Lee, thanks for what you said earlier, but I don't look bloated anymore. Good. Thanks. I haven't weighed myself today or
I did.
probably yesterday. I
I've
don't
lost 7 pounds.
know. Right on.
I have officially, and without even trying. I didn't do anything. But I had said from day one that he started talking about changing his diet, that if he does, then it'll force me to, because we pretty much eat most meals together. And yeah,
I
7 pounds. But that's been me running around.
I think I
too.
hit the mark of 40 pounds, and then I kind of went back up a little bit and been fluctuating somewhere in there. I haven't stepped on the scale today, so. But damn, that's a lot of weight. And it's just weird. Just walking I walk different,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, of course. Grasshopper said, "Message had to pass through the CIA watchdog sitting in the van down the street." You say that.
That's code.
You say that.
No, that's code.
Robert Denduvan, good to see you, hon. Robert says the text delay could have been caused by the employee watching that the network was working and had to check on the kids while working from home. All kinds of theories. Mr. Lee says, Stephanie, that's marvelous. But I didn't do anything. I didn't try.
Mr. Lee, I do feel good. Thank you.
Blazer says, Stevie lost 7. I think I found him.
Yeah. I feel better as soon as I quit these damn things.
I know, I stepped on the scale and I was shocked. I was like, oh, I even stepped back off, waited for it to clear, got back on
You've been
again.
going
'cause I didn't-
non-stop for fucking weeks.
I didn't believe it.
Weeks.
I know. And I've always said the way I've ever lost weight, I lost 130 pounds from just being active. I can eat what I want. I can diet and won't lose weight. Unless I'm moving around, I don't lose the weight. I have to move. And you're right. I've been running my ass off literally for a couple weeks now.
You're right, Audio.
Ghost Dragon, it's good to see you.
What's
What?
the date? 8/22.
NAC, how you doing, hon?
You ready to quit smoking?
I'm not gonna commit. No, because then I'll end up calling. Yeah, I'd be lying. That's something that I've got to prepare myself for. Then I said it to you the other day, so it's definitely there.
It's yeah. It's gonna be one of those things, that I gotta.
Stay away from me for the first 3 days. Just away.
No, it just
I
gives
love
that
you,
frame
but
of mind.
no.
You know the frame of mind that
No.
I commit to the
No.
things, and then
Yo, I know.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
how I
want
have
to
to
know the
treat it,
side
too.
effects of your grumpiness.
I
Get through
don't
the
know
first
what
3
you're- I
days,
don't know
we'll
what
be
you're talking
fine.
about. No idea.
Sure. Audio says, of course I put chew in my mouth or dip, so I'm being a hypocrite. I don't know about easy audio. I just know, there's that
I'm trying to read.
withdrawal phase, that grumpiness,
quitting?
then putting, yeah.
Oh, if I quit, it's called turkey.
It is.
I'm not trading it for
No.
anything. I'm not gonna.
Nope.
Oh, let's do the patch and fuck that.
There.
Can't. I have to do
He's
it. I have
slipping
to
on his
just-
back, so he's not kidding. How you doing?
Why does that coffee taste funny?
Pat him on the back with a patch. I'll never know. I'm kidding.
I'm fucked up.
I would never. You know I would. Nope. Think about it.
No, I don't.
I did. That's as far as I would go. I'd think about it.
I wouldn't trade that. I couldn't. I don't like
No,
this.
I know.
I think I tried Nicorette once or something. It was like, "Ugh," and it made me feel like shit.
I
And it's
think
like,
The time that I did patch was with my amputation, and it gave me nightmares, like weird, wicked dreams.
yes.
Wicked dreams. And I've always had a thing about dreams, so the fact that they went wicked like that, I didn't like it. I know it was chemically induced from the patches.
I'm getting coffee. Did you follow chat at all?
No, I didn't.
Well, Mr. Lee is making fun of the way I say coffee.
Oh,
Coffee.
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 Coffee. It's a Jersey thing. There's only a few things that I say, like daughter. There's a certain way I say daughter, and I don't know if I'm saying it now.
Daughter.
Daughter.
That's me too.
Water. Water.
I've been
Water.
told that when I get upset or angry or upset, I sound like I'm from Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl.
Yeah, you got that
twang. I know it's not a twang, but
It's not a twang. It's an attitude. No, it's
no, I think you're right. It is. I think it is an attitude because the only time you hear it is when I'm angry.
it's funny. And I've said that for a while. Oh, wait. And it was either that or like Brooklyn or just
Yeah.
some with
Something
that you got
north.
that accent. Yeah.
City North.
Yeah. Urban.
There
like,
it is.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Wait.
Wait.
It's Bugs Bunny line for two. What? I'm missing something. Coffee.
I'm just reading chat.
So am I. That's right. If we get quiet, we're both just like scrolling chat. That's funny. What am I around?
Thought I just kicked myself off.
NAC, what's up? Good to see you, David. Guys, here, let me post this again. Link is in chat. Click on that link. Come hang out with Stevie and I. It's good to have you back. I'm glad,
I'm glad to be back.
it was you were missed.
I missed it. I did.
It was important.
Proudly I could say up to this that I only missed one show. Now I can't really say that anymore.
Yeah.
So that sucks. But it is what it is. It was for good reason.
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
That's right.
That's why I'm not terribly upset. It was just disappointing that I had to miss the shows. I was just too damn tired at the end of the day. Holy crap.
Like I said, you've been busting your ass, and I commend you for your vigilance and diligence and hard work for those people. It's just amazing. Those people being her parents are.
It had to be done. I mean,
and it did. It had to be done.
I didn't feel like I had a choice. There was no question, let's put it that way, that it needed to be done.
Nope.
And
Good
I'm
job.
still doing.
Right? You guys can't see it. We're
Thank
just fist bumped.
Thank you.
I'm just
ready to fish now.
I'm just
wanna catch a
amazed and
fish.
impressed and thank you for being you.
Well, I could say the same for you. A lot of it was done and accomplished because of you and your selflessness. So it goes both ways. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, enough about us. How about you guys? You guys gonna click that link, come hang out?
It's funny you said that because the first message I looked down at is Jim saying, anybody can jump up. I mean, if I can do it, anybody can, right? CRJ?
Jim's like, come on, guys, don't make me go back in there.
It was the timing. You started
Hey, Karen.
I think Gary started telling a story again.
Wait, what?
I don't know. He looks like he's talking about his experience, maybe. Supposed to do that on here, not in chat.
Yeah.
Prospecting, how you doing?
Run with it, Gary. Run with it.
Right, always.
Mogo alone.
Move along.
Oh, what were you watching? Cam Buckner say it?
Yeah, right. Most people have a difficult time. We were watching a video the other day that it was like top 10 mysterious places or something. It was something to that effect. And they named the Mogollon Rim, but the way they pronounced it.
There's two popular ways to pronounce it. It's
Mongolian.
No.
Oh.
Legitimate.
Oh, I thought you meant.
There's Mogollon and Mugion. Mugion. And like an M-U-G sound.
I've never heard that.
Yes. Mugion or Mogion. That's the only two ways that I've actually heard it pronounced, accepted.
Mr. Lee said Mongolian.
Yeah. It's just funny, guys, because,
His name pops up in chat.
my name's in chat, so boom, there it is. And yet, the next comment, it's spelled wrong. So it's not me. It was read wrong.
Yes. Megalodon. Goes right.
Megalodon.
Megalodon. That's
Come on, I
funny.
want to talk to you. I'm the Megalodon. Hi, Judy.
Oh,
Thank you, Judy.
yeah, Judy.
Wait. Tulsa King season 2 starring Sly Stallone is coming to Paramount Plus on Sunday, September 15th. Great show. Jeez.
He's a little biased, though.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
Actually, like, there's some connection there.
maybe
You're in that, aren't you?
on-screen connection.
Yeah. So,
You guys should check it out. 'Cause
definitely check it out.
Chance,
Good
nostalgic
chance
Pop
that
Blast
chance.
is-
There's a good chance that chance is there.
good chance you might see somebody you know. That's cool.
He says I may have a cameo. may
very
not.
cool. Very, very cool. Ghost says, hey, that's my birthday.
David popping backstage.
Ghost, your Libra. So am I. Mine's the 28th.
David, how's it going?
All right. Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Indeed.
No echoes?
How you been, man?
I'm all right. No echoes?
No. Sounds good.
First time for everything.
That's beautiful.
I wish I'd have come on just a little bit earlier. I'd have showed you the bicycle that rode by. He has got that thing lit up with blue lights all around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looked weird.
Yeah, I've seen those in Florida. Usually they're riding together with like 30 other lit up bicycles.
I saw some pretty cool bikes in Baltimore, I meant to tell you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's a very strong biker presence in Baltimore. There is.
Biker
Biker.
room or
Motorcycle club.
okay. Oh. I think we were talking bicycles.
I know, but I'm saying
Okay.
motorcycles that are tricked out with all the fancy lights and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot. Yeah, I saw a lot of that. It amazes me the stereo systems they put on those things. Like, where is that coming from?
Yeah, I put it in chat a while ago. Did you see that one I wrote about the guy done a documentary? He got to the Mogollon monster, and I hate it whenever they don't do their research and learn how to say the names, because I've heard people say Alabama white thing, and it's thing, not thing. And this guy got on there, and he got through all the Bigfoot and Sasquatch stuff, and all of a sudden he said Mogollon monster, and I was like, man, he can't even pronounce that. Because there's two L's in there, and it's kind of Spanish, Mogollon.
Well, yes. and that's it. It's got that Spanish sound.
Yeah.
Um,
Arizona, you got to figure. I mean,
yeah.
but Mogollon Rim. But he
And
pronounced
that's what
it.
it was. You know, it was supposed to be a Bigfoot that was up on the rim.
Yeah.
And sightings up there. And,
He was doing a documentary. I forgot what the name of the channel was, but he got to 2 or 3 more, and he done them wrong too. I mean, no, if you're going to do a documentary, at least do a research and learn how to say the names. That's aggravating. And I saw one documentary. They were down South Alabama. They had a bunch of people that had saw Bigfoot, and I wish you could find that thing. It is so funny. It looked like they paid a bunch of crack kids to get on there and act up and act funny and talk about Bigfoot, how they seen him, and none of them had a clue what they was even talking about.
really.
Yeah, I mean, if I could find the name of that documentary that I watched again, I will email it to you so you can get a good laugh.
Miss Still says it's Thang, not Thing.
Yeah, Alabama White Thing. You know, the
Thing.
thing about that is, the Alabama White Thing is the oddest Bigfoot story that I've ever heard because it looked like a lion and it was so gentle, never hurt anybody. A guy was sleeping under a tree. The thing goes up and lays down beside him looking at him, and he's scared to death and runs all the way home through the woods. And, you know, other kids seen him out there in the field. It was eating grass and stuff. I mean, that was one of the weirdest stories I've ever heard.
Did you say it was a lion?
Yeah, it had a lion-like head. But the only other Bigfoot one that I've heard had a lion-like head was there in First Chronicles, where Benaniah slew 2 lion-like men in the tribe of Moab. You know, that was the first Bigfoot that was mentioned in the Bible. Vampires are mentioned in Proverbs.
Really?
Werewolves, and then Gilgamesh. You know, these creatures have been around for a while. I was trying to stay off camera. My wife had to turn the porch light on.
How's she doing?
Oh, she's doing all right. She has her days.
Yeah.
We're on a new shot, diabetic shot. And the thing is, you can't have any sweets, can't drink no Coca-Cola, nor have candy or anything before you take the shot. It'll make you throw your guts up. And she loves Coca-Cola. First thing she does is she swigs down a bunch of Coca-Cola first, and then, you know, because she knows she ain't going to get none for a while. And I know she's listening to and mad the heck at me, but kind of messes her up. But we have our up and down days. I woke up in a bad mood today.
That's me most days. No, I'm kidding.
I don't do any sugars.
Nope, he hasn't.
I gave up sugar.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was telling in chat too. You know, if y'all talking about quitting smoking, grab you a bag of unsweet candy, and every time you want to light up, just put you a few pieces of candy in your mouth. I mean, that's what I do every now and again. It slows me down on my dipping, which I don't dip but 1 can every day. It takes me 2 days, half a can a day.
I never dip, so I don't know if that's a little or a lot.
I've been dipping and chewing for 50 years now. Been doing it ever since I was 6 years old. Could you imagine being a clerk at Piggly Wiggly and a 6-year-old goes up to you back in the 70s, throws 50 cents on the counter and tells you to give her a can of snuff?
Right.
I think I was that 6-year-old getting cigarettes for my mom.
Hey, we was getting cigarettes at the laundromat or the car wash. They had the machine. The hospital had it too. I mean, right there in the lobby. You walk in. Yeah, put the money in. I think it was like 75 cents for a pack of Winston's back then.
Yeah.
Now they're $7.50 here. I don't know what they are anywhere else.
lot of quarters.
Yeah. I know some of them cigarettes $10 a pack.
Yeah, no, they're getting out of control, and I think it's really time to put that money somewhere else. You know,
Chance says everything I love kills me.
Hey, not
way.
just no politics or anything, but did anybody watch? Kamala Harris had all those groceries behind her, talking about how high the food prices was, and then here, like the day, today or yesterday or sometime, I watched the other one. Here's Trump standing in front of all these groceries talking about the same thing. I mean, they act like they're trying to better each other. One up.
I think it's more one-sided. It seems that when he comes out with something, soon after she's been coming out with same or similar,
Well,
very
well,
similar.
Kamala done it first, though, is what I'm saying. I mean, usually it's Trump does it first and then Kamala. But this time Kamala done the grocery thing first and then Trump.
Huh.
that's kind of silly.
Yeah,
Really, I mean, you got
there's so many issues out here. You know, it's a copycat in any way. It seems senseless.
Well, what's up with Tim Walz wanting to put tampon machines in the men's bathroom? Is our butthole going to hurt that bad after the election? Really?
well, I just don't talk politics because I don't want to piss off anybody.
I wasn't either. I was just making a joke.
No, I know. It was funny.
I do stop politics. I mean, they're tired of me putting Mickey Mouse on the ticket instead of Goofy. I don't vote for Goofy. I vote for Mickey.
It's a write-in.
Yep. But how's the world going besides politics?
It's going good. It's going good here. The way it should be going.
It is.
She's been working hard to make it go that way, and
I don't know what.
I watched it amazing. Audio, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you guys?
Very good.
Good. Good. Stevie B, you good?
Yeah. I'm good.
I know you were. I'm good. I know you were a little under the weather the other night.
I was just fucking exhausted.
Do you still work in the park, Stevie?
I do. I work today.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I know you mentioned the other day there was like you said they have summer camps or whatever, and it's really busy when they do that or whatever.
For kids, they do a junior camp from ages 5 to 17, and we average about 82 kids a week.
Whoa.
5, yeah. I don't know why I said 82. That was the last week that we had camp. When I was out, there was 82 kids there.
Oh,
But yeah, it averages 80 to 85 kids a week.
Right on.
Get a couple of the slow weeks in there, but it's 10 weeks total, so makes for a long summer.
Jim's camera just quoted Mark Twain. He says, "We've got the best politicians money can buy," said Mark Twain.
Yeah. What country pay?
Prospecting, how are you?
Did y'all see what the bull gangs are doing out in Colorado?
No, what?
They are taking over the apartment complexes, throwing all the people out. And the government out there is not doing a thing about it.
New Jack City.
It sounds
Yeah,
like New Jack City. Oh wow.
New
That
Jack City.
does sound like New Jack City, Stevie.
Well, they gang members in prison in Venezuela, and they turned them loose only to let them come over here. That was the only thing they could do.
I'm getting feedback from whoever's talking. Who's talking right now?
That was NACF.
Was it David?
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
I hear it, but I don't know where it's coming from because there ain't nothing going on.
Okay, it stopped.
No. Listen. Oh, did you just turn it back on?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn it off again.
I've got everything off myself.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's NHC. I'm getting a David. I'm getting a feedback. There's like an echo of some weird, but it's still.
It's still doing it and he's off. It's not me. I think it's when audio came on. Pause audio for a second.
Hold on. Let me.
Mute.
Do you think it's me?
Hold on.
Yeah, see?
Let's see. Okay, well, I'm gonna bring NAC back up. NAC.
All right.
See?
I'm just checking. I want to find out where this is coming from, so it might be audio.
Pretty sure
Yeah,
it's-
because I ain't got nothing going on here.
Yeah, he says it. Let me turn it back on.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll switch devices. I'll switch a device. I'll come back on in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna back out. See y'all in a bit.
Wait, before you do that, let me ask you, do you have two devices beside each other, like the phone next to the computer or something?
I do. I have my old phone that I use for a Roku remote. You think that's it?
Try to move it away from the computer. Or mute the phone.
No, well, it's two phones I'm using. One is one.
Well,
Tell you what, I'm just gonna do what I did last night. I'm gonna turn one off completely. I'll see y'all in a couple of minutes, hopefully.
All right.
all right.
I'm so sorry about that. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, I've done it. Many times.
Son of a bitch is never coming back here again. No.
I know.
Dude, it happens, man. Don't worry about it.
I'm looking at chat again.
You still got me muted.
No,
No.
you're
Sorry.
Dun,
Say hello.
hello.
Glasses on, and I saw the white screen still underneath my name, and I was like, "Well, you still got me muted."
No, I don't know. He was getting there's too much interference between the two devices.
Two
Or
devices.
however he did it.
Yeah.
Hey, I was going to tell you, ever since after you left and went on to Florida from here, they painted the motel that you stayed in a completely different color, and then the car wash we passed by like 4 or 5 times, it blowed down in a storm. They fixed that thing up so nice now, and it's a store. And it's got picture windows in the front and everything. I mean, it looks real nice. Still painted blue though.
It was interesting driving around that town.
Yeah, I told you we just got around in circles.
Because of the history that was there, it was cool. Excuse me.
Yeah, just about everywhere you drive, one side of the road is one city, the other side of the road is another city, and then in front of you, coming up, is another city. I mean, it's weird living here because right across the road from me, where I'm sitting, is Sheffield, and I'm in Tuscumbia.
Yeah.
I mean,
Post the link again one more time.
Hold on.
Oh, I wanted to say prayers out to Claude Knoll. Had
Yes.
surgery. Claude, if you're listening, I hope you're doing well. Feel better soon. I know it's got to be rough.
Yeah, he just
He reached out.
He's
and
I think he's where I don't know where his daughter's house or
yes, he's
something.
going
He's recovering from surgery. He'll be all right.
yeah,
He was
praying for a quick
talking about-
recovery.
talking about popping in maybe. I was like, dude, just rest.
Yeah, definitely.
He's
But when
like,
I got
"Well,
his
got all these
message-
good drugs and
I saw his message pop up and I was on the phone with doctors and I couldn't acknowledge it, and then it was rush run after that. But I did want you to know I got your message and I'm praying for you. That's got to be tough.
Yes, heal up, buddy.
We
yeah,
love
pray-
it.
we send our prayers too.
And Sharon, get rest. Go rest. Go.
Go
Get out of here.
away, kid. You bother me.
Right.
Go What's going on? She's not feeling good.
Her tooth.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, go get out of here.
Yeah.
Go
See?
get some clove oil.
Yes, I'm telling you, I swear by it. I would not steer you wrong.
Trust us. On
Go
this-
to
on
go to
this
bed,
one.
woman. Who
You
said
know,
sound
hey,
like?
if they want to take this down in the future and say, "Oh, it's medical misinformation,"
It's food.
right there.
It's food. It's literally
Yeah,
food.
just go apply some clove oil to that tooth,
Yes,
and
it works. It so works.
just be careful. Don't get it all on your cheek and shit.
Oh,
on your
yeah, that's
tongue,
right.
because
Inside
burn
of your
and
lips
try to-
will
yeah.
burn a hole through you. It feels like it
it
does.
sucks, but you'll be amazed at how well it works.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey, our gas got down to $2.99. What is y'all's down there?
Really?
Wow.
It was 3:18 on the way home.
was it?
It was 3:36 this morning when I filled up.
I gotta go. I gotta
I'm
go
like,
get.
son of a bitch.
I gotta run down like 30 miles to go get ethanol.
Well, now, we saw two service stations side by side across the road from one another. One of them was $2.97. The other one across the road was like three. No, the one on this side of the road was $2.97. The one on the other side of the road was $3.01. I can't figure that out.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I paid $2.81 a gallon for E85, which is like 85% ethanol.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool, but gas is. I wonder what it is now. I got to go get it anyway.
I'm
So
laughing at what Mr. Lever. He said, "That's great news. Your tooth will be okay, Sharon, but you'll burn a hole
oh,
in
your
your cheek
cheek.
if you're not
I can
careful."
remember one time I pulled up at a service station down there at Haleville whenever I was living down there. I was come home from work. I just got paid, got my check cashed, and I pulled up to the pump. I put the handle in there and started pumping gas. I went in the store, started talking to the guy because I know it was going to fill up. Got my drinks and my dip and all that. He said, okay. He said, you owe me $80 for gas. I said, what? I said, gas is $1 a gallon. I said, my truck only holds 20. I said, I was dead on empty. He said, you put racing fuel in it. It's $4 a gallon.
Oh,
It took nearly all my paycheck right there. But my truck runs so much better back then. I mean, pulled it out.
faster.
Yeah.
Way to burn some stuff up.
Karen says, I keep hearing the average. Everybody's writing in chat. And I'm like, where? It's over $4 here.
Mm.
Crazy.
No, it's been hell. I pay.
She's in Washington.
My truck's been running funny. It's a flex fuel, and I could burn like the E85 or I could burn with regular gas. But I never burned I always burned like the mid grade. And all of a sudden it started making this funny noise.
It was a rattling noise.
No, it was
Kind of.
anyway, this noise was annoying as hell, and it just didn't sound good. Like it was like there's got to be something really bad wrong.
Kind of
with
like it was turning diesel.
Yeah. So I go down for the first time, and I've never used this E85, and I find this place that sells it. I get it, and that noise went away.
I'll tell you a funny story with us one time. We had a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I decided that I was going to take and put some gasoline cleaner in the tank. And all of a sudden, I heard a boom and a pow and a clank. And I opened up the hood. The spark plug wire was what blowed out. Spark plug and all come out. Popped on the hood in the side. I took it to the mechanic, and he had to retap it, take the old fitting out, put a new one in. It had stripped it out somewhere or another. He told me I cleaned the tank out too good, I guess. But right now with our Envoy that we've got, we both have to be together whenever we get gas because you have to leave it running. Because if you crank it up, if you cut it off, fill it up with gas, then crank it back up, it won't hardly crank. It's got like a muffled noise to it.
Every time you fill it,
Yeah, you have, every time you put gas in it, don't matter whether you fill the tank up or whether you just put $10 in. you have to leave it running because if you don't, it'll just sit there and it's got like a muffled noise when you're trying to crank it, and it'll finally crank and run after about 4 or 5 tries. So I just leave it running while I'm filling up.
That sounds like it's
Water in the tank.
no, it's like an evap purge valve thing.
Well, we do have one of the
I don't know what
going
year
on.
it is, but you know,
Yeah, we do have one of the oxygen sensors going bad. I do know that. So
and those
that might be the problem. I don't know.
on the newer vehicles. I used to blow that off. I mean, O2 sensor, whatever. But now it's like the newer vehicles. You really do have to pay attention because the upper ones are for this, and the lower ones are for something else. Like that's for the exhaust. This one's for the air and fuel. So you know that does help run that motor. So the O2 sensors do make a difference. I always blew it off, but everything's so vital these days. Engines used to be easy.
Yeah, they did.
We bought that Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I'm not going to say where we're at because they're still in business. But anyway, we drove that thing off a lot. We had it for about a week. All of a sudden, we're headed home, and all of a sudden we heard like a big boom, and the whole back end lifted up off the ground and come back down and bounced us. Well, I made it on home because we was almost there anyway. Got in there and looked, the muffler had blowed out. Come to find out, the guy didn't even tell us this thing come from Florida from the hurricane, and it got flooded, and the whole brain system was going out on it. So he swapped us over pretty quick. He put us in a little small Chevy. It was kind of like the Geo, but then the Chevy took it over and named it something other else, the little SUV. And man, that thing, we run everywhere on that thing. Didn't have one problem out of it.
Jim says if you have a pressure sensor in the tank, that can cause your problem if it's going bad.
Hey, our fuel pump went out on our car one time, and a guy was going to help me. I went to the junkyard, bought tank and all, instead of just buying the fuel thing or fuel pump. And he charged me $100, and I was going to swap tanks. And the guy said, "Wait a minute!" And he took all the gas out of the car and the tank, poured it over into a 5-gallon bucket.
Oops.
And he's sitting there and sets the fuel pump down in there, and you know it's got short wires on it. He sets the battery up there. I said, "What are you fixing to do?" He said, "I'm going to test the fuel pump, make sure it works."
No, and now fuel. No.
I said, "Wait a minute now." I said, "You look how close that fuel pump is, that battery and the fuel pump is to the 5 gallons of gasoline." I said, "You're fixing to blow yourself up." "No, I won't." I said, "First spark, man, it's going to catch on fire." And he touched that thing to that battery. It sparked. The whole 5-gallon bucket of gas caught on fire. And I grabbed the handle right quick and towed it as fast as I could, getting my fingers scorched, set it down, let it burn itself out. And that's all I could do. And then I had to go back and buy a new tank and all. Again, another $100.
Jeez.
I always say if it ain't one thing.
Well, another 100. I mean,
know.
it wasn't his fault.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was,
About to interrupt you earlier.
oh, no worries. Christy says, Harold, yes, I won the lottery when I met you, babe.
Well, if you scroll back, I gotta find what Harold wrote. You can find it that way.
Hey, I'm going to jump off here. I got to go to the grocery store.
All right, David.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah, on a while. I thought I'd jump on for a few minutes and just say, hey, I started to mess your brain up. I started to use some of my dad's old CB handles. He went by Green Beret was his main handle. But sometimes just to mess people up, he'd be talking to them, and they'd say, "Who am I talking to? Oh, you talking cross-eyed cricket?" And then another time he'd say the bow-legged grasshopper, and mess people up. I started to print that in for the NAC.
Yeah, you should have. Would have been funny.
Cross-eyed cricket,
Bow-legged
grasshopper.
grasshopper.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
sure.
Well, have a good time at the grocery store, man.
Yeah, be
yeah,
safe,
I'm
David.
closing at 11, so I still got time, but I'm gonna run on before I
Yeah, be
can
safe.
eat.
Say hi to the missus.
Yes.
All right, I will. She
All
said,
right.
"Hey, all right, y'all take care."
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.
Where's that picture on your on the background there, Mogs? Is that it looks like Florida, obviously. Somewhere in Florida.
Rich.
Oh,
The
it's a tag behind him. Right,
No.
right behind.
The background of the studio. Like the pine trees.
Oh, hold on. This. I get it.
Oh,
Was it up on the rim?
I was like, I'm looking behind
No,
you.
I think it was up on the
It
rim.
was actually. It was.
On
Where's
the
that?
Mogollon Rim in Arizona.
It was facing in the direction of where y'all saw the coyote,
Yeah.
kind of away from the campsite that we were staying at.
Hey, so are you both from Arizona?
No,
No, I'm not from Arizona. I'm from New Jersey.
I'm from DC, Washington DC.
But I moved here from Arizona. I lived in Arizona for like 12 years.
Right on. I love Arizona. I've been there to visit. It's beautiful, man. And I like how you can change elevations, be in the desert, then all of a sudden be in the snow.
Yep.
Yep.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
People have the
Most people don't realize that. And they think,
stereotype of it being
oh, it's
desert.
Yeah,
Arizona
desert.
is all about the mountains. If you want to get out of the heat, just go up to follow this road.
We took a trip out there. It was August, and I remember weeks leading up to my vacation talking to people at work, saying, "Oh, where are you going on vacation?" I'm going to Arizona. It was the dead of the summer. It was one of the worst summers here, and people don't get it. You go up to the mountains, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, no humidity, cool temperatures. You're up in the mountains, up in the elevation.
You're about 7,200 feet. Average 7,500 feet above sea level. So
You did trout fishing, right? Trout fishing?
yeah. The lakes up there, they stock them. And there's a lot of lakes up there. So yeah, I've trout fished up there.
Yeah, I bet it's fun. Do you do it with flies or do you just do it with like a spinner, some lightweight spinner rod or something?
Usually like sometimes worms, but usually just sometimes little white flukes, or spinners, or like Tasmanian devils. There's all these different things
Whatever's
I've used
handy.
for.
Yeah.
No, trout is.
I know, I'm
Trout's,
just kidding.
it's
I'm
different.
Yeah. You ever heard of the rooster tail? That's a good stand.
Sure, I have those.
Yeah, millions of them.
I was going through some of my fishing equipment today, and I just brought some in. I'm looking for something specific. But yeah, I might have some rooster tails around here.
I think you do. I'm sure you do.
They're great.
So y'all just make me want to go fish.
You know, when I was looking forward to I wanted to mention to you guys, I was really looking forward to seeing more episodes of 168 with you guys on it. Like, there's only a few of the people. I was really looking forward to
She said so did we.
oh, shit. Yeah, I was looking forward to seeing. I was just like, wait, where's and there's several people. Jeff, there's so many people that didn't even talk. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, I thought I was going to meet everybody. I thought that was what Carrie was talking about. Was like,
Initially, it was intended to be just that, and somehow it got deviated from that, and then ultimately, anything that our group had done didn't get aired. It was the intention, I believe, that they were going to have a second part, at least a second part.
I thought there was supposed to be like, see, I thought because he, now forgive me for this. I hope if I'm not bringing up like sensitive stuff, but it's a,
Oh, originally, I think there was supposed to be like seven.
Yeah, that was the idea. It's
Parts.
168 hours in a week, 7 days a week. So it was going to be 7 episodes. But then I think getting into the project and realizing the extent of what that involved.
Well, it didn't exactly start off the way it was supposed
Yeah.
to.
I mean,
So the whole schedule changed.
yes.
The way things got done. The procedures changed. It kind of. I'm not saying it fell apart, but
the logistics kind of went to shit.
Yes.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. yes.
So I mean, but they adapted and overcame, and we went out a lot, and
One of the best experiences
lot
of my life.
yeah, I did a lot of filming.
Because I wanted to,
Excuse me.
I got to briefly see who these people are. Because listen now, sorry to interrupt. Listen, check this out. Here's where I'm at. Now, I told you last time on the show last night that I'm watching old content. So I was I kind of put myself 3 years ago, and really it was 3 years ago for y'all, but it's like now for me. And I was like looking forward to, especially when he mentioned all the names, and then he did interviews with you guys. Stevie B, I saw you were on there with Jeff and Ken.
I was on there, yeah.
Yeah, I was like looking forward to seeing everybody. I was just looking forward to that, man. It's a shame. Sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess so everything kind of changed. It wasn't because of Carrie passed away, just because things just changed. Is that what it was?
There was a lot involved.
No, I think before Carrie passed away, I feel that project was scrubbed.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't going to be number 2 from that event, as far as I believe.
That sucks.
You know,
Maybe it was so hard for him to handle because there were so many people involved. Carrie just seemed so. See, this is weird for me because, like I said, I'm seeing this. This is new for me.
It's an interview. Oh yeah.
But that's why I ask these questions. It's definitely, and like I don't know. It's just disappointing. It sucks because it was going to be a good one, man. It was going to be a good one, and I just started seeing like how he would always talk about the narrative, and then I'd go back and watch 168 again, and be like, well, he's only got 3 people talking, and like you flashed in there for a second, Stevie B and Russell, you were in there for a second. I was like, where is everybody at?
Yeah. And you know, there was a lot of fill.
Yeah, a
in
lot
it
of filler.
with things that really had no bearing on the project itself.
History and stuff.
Yeah, it was like that was totally unnecessary. You could have, told the story, showed the people that were going through this shit.
Yes, and I was looking
blood, sweat, and tears that we're putting out. That's what it was supposed to be, is us filming other people and everything that was going on. And that's what we did, but that's not what we got.
No, and I think honestly, like
he got overwhelmed with
There was a lot of
footage.
Everybody had a camera in their hand.
Yeah, and
mine
was I used my own personal and just download it to them every night.
They were dumping every time they would go out. They'd come back, dump whatever they recorded, and it was not just video; it was a lot of audio. They were setting out.
So there was so much
recorders
data.
all over the place.
He got angry at one guy for having too much footage.
Right. You guys have actions with things? Was there creatures and stuff? Because I know that there was a footprint that you guys saw outside of somebody had seen outside of the camp. Did you guys have interactions or anything?
Supposed footprint.
We didn't have anything to do with that, although it was outside.
I saw it.
It was outside of where we set up camp.
Yeah.
It was on the other side of the fence.
Russell.
All the commotion of it. That was. Well, I saw the commotion of it. I can't speak for him, but yeah.
If they had shown footage of that when they were casting it.
Hmm.
Any footage that they showed of when they were casting it, I shot because I was the only one that was filming when they were. I believe I was the only one that was filming when they were casting that footprint.
Hmm.
So I was expecting, well, that's a significant find, and then they'll go through the process of casting it. So I filmed it. I didn't see that.
Because
I don't know. Why am I feeling somebody else filmed something too?
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
my understanding was that this area was just basically the because it was so viable. It was viable because it was basically a contained type of situation, and it almost seemed like it was a guaranteed, definite thing that, especially going out there at night, that you would have some type of some interaction and stuff. As much as he was hyping it, and Zasky was, but we already know where Zasky's at. I just feel like I know, and also I gotta say I really enjoy Zasky and Carrie's stuff at the beginning, but as I'm going through now, I'm like, man, it seems like they don't even like each other anymore or something. Seems like Zasky's kind of on something else, and I'm sorry for bringing this stuff up, but it interests me because this is where my interest is. This is where my fascination is, and from what I understand, there was a lot of creatures down there, and it's hard for me to believe that everybody would jump and be involved with that if they didn't somewhat believe that. What's y'all's opinion on that? I'm dying to know. I live in Illinois, so
Again, I'm new to Florida. I'm learning about it.
I mean, we experienced some questionable things of being out there. With like he and I had heard the growl that we
I
had
don't
talked
know
about.
how that was.
That was close, and it just
It was so deep.
it was so
it was
guttural.
so deep and guttural that had to be from something big.
Yeah.
So when I heard it, my first thought, well, big. The only biggest thing around here is a horse.
But I knew right away. I said that ain't no horse. I knew. I don't know what it was, but horse was not something that I even considered because it was just so deep. I said it sounded like a Bigfoot belly belch.
I don't know why you automatically went there.
Because that's what we were out there for.
Hearing the cadence of it, and I'm like, okay, I could see that.
Yeah, just like a guttural belch, I can't even imitate
We kind
it.
of blew it off, and then the next
We looked at each other like, what
the
the
next
hell
day,
is that?
I heard a horse that was at the barn past it, and I was like, no, there's no way in hell that was a horse last night. Because there were no horses in that field. All the horses in the barn.
Yeah.
I'm almost So here's the thing: if you look at the history of the area, and you look at now, not only talking about the BFRO, but you do when you include all the anecdotal, and you do look at the situation, we know that there's some skunk apes in there. We know that, and I just really want to grab onto the stuff that Zach was really talking about, especially with that pep talk when he's in there with that picture and he's like, "Look, this thing right here." Like I was like, "Yeah, man, go get him!" Right? Well, I'm kind of wondering, I mean, the stuff that he's showing now are these. Look, it's just. I hate to bridge up.
This story doesn't have a happy ending.
Okay, wait. The Hulk. The picture that Carrie used to show, the green one. What do y'all think about that? Like, is that the one? I was thinking that thing was in there.
That was the one they called Bruce Banner.
Yeah. Bruce Banner.
Pepper says Zasky is a blob squatch monster.
Okay.
And I'm related to him. Apparently, he's like related to a Bigfoot or something. But I'm talking about like.
Oh, so you have been keeping up.
Hey, look at the kitten. Look at the little kitty cat. Look at that one. That's the runt right there. That's named Pete.
Yeah,
It was a great experience for me because of the people that I met, the family that I have now because of that event.
When we went to this, that was my introduction as Zasky was there.
Yeah,
I
me
didn't
too.
know
Me too.
him, and
I had heard
first
of
time I
him.
met Carrie and everybody there.
First time we all met each other.
I met Stevie. And so it was all new to me, so I didn't know that side of Zasky. It seemed, oh, who's this guy? And it was like we kind of bought into it a little bit, because it was, oh, okay.
I bought into it hardcore, bro. The last years, I feel like a fool, kind of.
No, I didn't. I say we bought in a little bit because I don't know.
Well, I mean, look at what we were out there to do.
Yeah.
We had every intention of helping and being a part of this, and I was thrilled to be out there with people that have been doing this for a while, and people that have learned, about and met online, and in these
working with people like Mark
Newell and Barry Browning, and these guys
have the experience.
Yeah, absolutely, and they were, Mark Newell was our team leader, so it was that part of it that I will forever take away, that this was a lifelong memory of an event. It was just all aspects of that part of it was what made it for me. The intention of the project itself kind of fell apart.
For
many different reasons.
We tried though.
Yeah,
sure.
It was definitely a good try.
Like if I wasn't in the woods filming, like if we weren't out filming, my camera was sitting on a post facing across the field, and I put it on every opening for like on the other side of the field there was a tree line, and there was openings between the trees. So I focused on those openings for like 30 minutes at a time. And then the camera would shut off. I'd just turn it to a new opening. So if in 30 minutes something had to pass through that opening, I was going to catch it. And I just worked each opening down the line, the tree line, for 30 minutes at a time. I was like always recording.
And that was the goal. I mean, because look, let me ask you something. Okay, so I mean, we're already neck deep in the conversation. So it's like this. I guess it was just basically logistics towards, especially all the footage and all the data. When we're talking about combination of audio and all that, it was probably just. It looks like they lost heart a little bit, huh? Everybody just kind of lost heart. Not everybody. I mean, the people producing them. Because there's so many people, there's so much footage. It
was a lot of footage, but I think I don't know.
Well, okay, so go back
to early on. I don't know how long that footage sat around until they decided to get their start doing something with it.
Well, going back to what you were talking about, Grasshopper said it. He said too many people. He's watched all the uploaded videos from then. It was a bit over Carrie's head. Well, I added the bit part, but he said it was over Carrie's head.
He was overwhelmed.
It became a lot bigger than he anticipated.
But I think
he was prepared for, as far as like, look, we ate good. The setup was good.
Yeah, no, we ate
it was organized in that aspect. The actual filming and trying to get out there to capture something on film, that's where it kind of fell apart. As far as there were so many people, there were so many. It was 19. We did our
best to do it.
There were 19 of us out there.
Can I ask you?
Not including Zasky and his wife when she came around, and there was a couple people that popped in like the last day or so. So, but 19 were invited, 19 were part of the crew, and yeah, I mean that's a lot of people to.
It is
to try to.
Let me ask you: was there? I know you guys are like don't operate like that at all. Was there like some egos up in there involved too? Was there some?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Dang.
From the moment I got there,
until the day I left.
Seems like that would be an issue.
There's the shit that went on there. Just people would be like, "What?" But I wouldn't. We had a great time.
It seemed like a lot of fun. You know what really cracks me up, and I really like watching the videos when it talks about Brad falling out of the truck.
He didn't fall out.
He didn't. He damn sure didn't. That's the whole thing. He held on for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what brought I don't want to say our group, but it was our group. That's what brought all of us together.
Really?
Was that happening afterwards? Everybody was able to sit down, and man, when I say we laughed about it, I mean it was the rest of the night, halfway through the night, just laughing and laughing, and that was such an amazing night. And it was because Bradley Hatcher almost got thrown out of the back of the truck
Once he mellowed out and
and laughed about it.
laughed about it once, oh, it was on.
Oh, it was on. It was.
We
That was amazing.
So
I thought I cracked a rib from laughing so hard. I would laugh and start
I
coughing.
got a kick out of it.
But-
Listening to you guys talk about it the other night when you did your show, you guys were talking about how basically, and I imagine Bradley looking around, and all of a sudden everybody's leaving, and he just jumps in the back of a car.
exactly what he did. He just flying leap into the back of that truck, and
And they had
They
no
didn't-
idea.
they didn't know he was back there.
Carrie had no idea he was back there. Not until they made it back all the way.
and when it was pointed out that he hit those railroad tracks, he went, "Oh,
Yeah, Carrie's face was
like
oh.
oh,
Oh.
shit."
That's good stuff, man. That is good stuff. You know what though? Yeah, I just I don't know, man. I just was looking forward to seeing some more of that, but it is what it is. But anyways, I'll Mark Newbell. That guy's dedicated. He does the audio and stuff. I'm sure he was doing his and
Yeah, he had his setup going. You know, he put out audio recorders here and there. We went out with him, and Bradley came out with us.
He was
and
our team leader.
we filmed a lot with him, and it was a good experience because he had these where he put his trail cams. He would ask us. I forget who I was with. I don't know if it was Bradley or I think it was Bradley, and he said, "Where are the trail cams or whatever?" And I was like, "Well, I see one." He goes, "Yeah, well, there's only one here." And like Bradley's like, I can't find some too. Just look for the horizontal lines in this environment. He said, "What?" And then I said, "Look." He goes, "Oh shit!" And it was right there. I was just looking for, out of the ordinary.
yeah, absolutely. Horizontal lines. You're talking about like
The straps on the edges of the trail cam. It was just it was just anything out of the ordinary, and it was the straps I saw that didn't belong in this picture.
I wonder if any of that stuff got anything on it, because you already know those things were out there roaming around when you guys were at camp cooking up bacon or whatever.
I don't know that they were doing anything. I don't know what's out there. I didn't see anything.
We didn't see anything.
So look, so then
It could be out there. There's plenty of habitat for them.
Oh, it's definitely the right setting.
so here's what I need, man, because look, I think that some of the stuff that Zasky's coming up with, I believe, but some of it now I don't know if I can believe any of it, but it seems like he's telling the truth. I mean, not the Nephilim shit, but like the
I don't know what he talks about. I don't follow him.
yeah, it's
He tries to convince you of what's in his video by saying
right there.
He'll say, "Well, obviously, if
Yeah.
you can't see it, then
Yes.
it's your problem. But it's obviously right here, and it's right there." He tries to convince you of what you're supposed to see.
yeah.
And half the time you go, "Yeah, I don't see it."
And he'll be like, well, make sure you turn up your settings and everything. And I just feel like if it's right there, but sometimes you will see the symmetry that he talks about. I don't know. I'm just wanting so bad to see some of this stuff. 'Cause I know
I really don't want to talk about him.
Yeah, I don't either.
yeah, no,
But my time,
Yeah. but I was wanting so bad to see some more of that 168. I really was.
No, it had potential with everything that we did. It could have been amazing.
Yeah.
All the footage that we put out,
absolutely.
and if it could, there Could
Yes.
have been amazing.
I agree because I enjoyed the first one. I think that yeah, especially a couple more episodes, they really would have got better, and you would have been able to learn about all the people that were doing it and everything. It would have been really cool. But anyways, I'm sorry if I brought up anything sensitive
No,
there.
no, it's all good, man.
Yeah. Oh,
You know, you're like again. I'm glad you're new to the subject. I'm glad you're
Yeah,
interested. In
cool.
it.
Very new, very new.
That's cool.
It still really boggles my mind that these things are out there, and like it's so cool to me too because like all these stories and stuff it's just really neat to hear these stories, especially from good people. Yeah, there's a lot of lies. I think more of them are true than anything, and it's just really fascinating to know that these things are out there. It's just neat to me. I really enjoy it. I really do. It's fascinating. I don't think I want to go necessarily involve myself with them, but it'd be cool to mention
I
other
just, I
stuff.
just sit back here and believe they're out there.
Let everybody else have their experience.
No, I'd rather get out there every once in a while and
Thank
you
you.
know see what's out there.
Me too.
Really
Love to get back up on the road.
here.
Yeah, she wants to go back to Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah. Hey, listen, I went to so I went to see my aunt in Mesa, and then we drove all the way up to Sedona and all the places that all the different the desert, the snow, all that. Arizona, in my opinion, and then the dry heat. The heat ain't shit if it's dry heat. You know, to
I
me,
know. I worked in Sedona for 4 years. But I lived in Cottonwood, right next to, or one town over. Yeah, the heat out there is it's different.
yeah, definitely because I was in Pinellas County for 20 years almost,
Oh wow.
and that's just gnarly. That humidity is just gnarly. But I was on the beach, so there was kind of a difference there. It's when you get the beach wind, the beach weather. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate you letting me being on the show again, and
See ya. I'm glad you come in and hung out. Sorry I wasn't around much the other night when you first jump on. I think that's cool. That was your first time.
yeah, this is my second time actually getting on video. Like I used to call in the paranormal portal with Brent Thomas and
Sure.
call in there.
I think we all have at one time.
I've called in and
I have
with
too.
with Deborah
Yes.
Varner.
Yeah.
Deb Warner, she's so cool. Listen
Yeah,
to this. I was going down the Mississippi when she did a reading for me.
Really?
Yeah, you can go back and listen to it. Yeah, I was on a kayak.
She did
Right.
she did a reading for me. I was sitting outside my apartment.
I was in my backyard
Yeah.
in Arizona.
It's so fun, isn't it?
And
Getting
I'll
a
tell
reading.
you what, she was yeah.
I
She's
used to
good.
I
like her.
modded for Paranormal Portal for
Years.
years. Yeah.
That's
Probably
so
where I saw him first.
That was my first.
In
That was the
chat
first
there.
live that I ever went into. That's where Mogion Monster, the name. I was like, I wanted to go into this chat, and I'm like, I had to create a name. So I was like, well, I'm into Bigfoot. I'm in Arizona, Mogion Monster.
I'm so glad I
didn't
mentioned
know it stick.
said that I mentioned it. That's some cool. That's cool, man. Yeah, Paranormal Portal. Yeah, Brent Thomas. He's a good dude, man. I like that guy. And old Longbeard and
There, Don.
good stuff. All right,
Yeah,
you guys.
we
Well,
just had him on. Brent was on where was
that was Tex, wasn't it? Or-
Yes. I
Yes.
think it was on with Tex
Texas front porch.
recently.
Tex,
Amazing.
that one. I like him. He's got some. He's what is that? Trinity or something? Trinity.
Try
Yeah.
Texas front porch.
Yes.
But there is a Trinity Paranormal or something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
This is all these are new to me, but I'm recognizing all the names. Okay, so
Yeah, we were just
got
hanging.
to
We
meet.
just hanging out with Tex
Yeah.
recently in Alabama.
He's
that
good.
Brown Springs he's close to Brown Springs or something, right?
Yeah, he does a lot of research there. It's
Okay.
it's LIB, what's up?
What it do?
That's a sketchy area.
I think it's more sketchy because of humans.
Yeah, no, it's the human factor that makes it sketchy. Exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
He went camping out there and the police
I
showed
camped
up.
out one night. And
I mention this. There was an episode I watched, and you guys would be interested to watch this. This was with obviously Bigfoot Odyssey. The name of the episode is one of their late shows. It's called excuse me. It's called Interview with Researcher James, Experiencer James. This guy doesn't really necessarily believe in him, but he goes out to check some property out by Brown Springs on the Red River. Apparently, a guy gets out of his truck with his son, and there's a track line. I mean, like a track line, and there's one next to it. And apparently, they actually had an encounter out there and everything. They didn't actually see it, but they heard a lot of stuff. Apparently, that place is really active.
well, also not far from there, within 30 miles, I believe, 40 miles, was the Lion King.
The Netflix
whole, yeah, the
show
whole.
that they
The
did.
guy had the lions and the tigers and
Had the
they
whole
did
zoo
a whole-
of
yeah, and he went to jail. Well, some of those animals escaped.
yes.
Some of those tigers. There's reports of those tigers being out there.
Still being active out there.
Wow. I
So
remember.
there's that factor, and this is a true story. I'm
Yeah.
not making this up.
Absolutely.
I think it was even Tex that might have seen one.
I think he said he saw the
The
eye shine.
the way he
and
saw it, and it
Yeah.
made sense that it could have been a
it could
tiger.
have been a tiger. Most likely was.
Wow.
Going by what I remember him saying.
Yeah. So
What?
there are other things that might be crawling around
Yeah.
out there.
Yep.
Hey, I remember him talking about a tiger once. I was like, what? This guy's talking about a tiger?
Yeah, they're so close to where that property was from the Tiger King. It's definitely acknowledged that animals escaped from that zoo that they had out there. I called it a zoo. It was
What
their
did
property.
Did I say it right? Tiger King? Or was
I
it
think
Tiger
it was
King?
the Tiger King.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yes, Mr. Lee said Tiger King. LIB said.
Yeah, no, that's why I was wondering why they repeated it.
Yeah. Well, because we kind of questioned at first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, guys, have a good night. I'm sorry for interrupting a lot. I'm not good with this stuff.
No,
but,
not at all. Dude.
Not at
It's
all.
a conversation.
No, I
you
do
know.
it all the time. Are you kidding me? I don't mean to.
I know I'm notorious for it.
Right. Yes, you are. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. Now that I think about it.
All right, on.
I'm sorry.
Audio, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us. Enjoyed it.
Good hanging out.
thank you, guys.
We'll talk to you soon.
Mhm.
Good night.
You made it for the last few seconds.
I didn't know. I had no idea how long we've been on. I just looked up and it's
After 11.
it's 2 hours exactly and 30 seconds
Oh,
on mine.
yeah, it's 2:03 on this one.
Damn.
It went fast.
Yeah,
I say time flies when you're having fun.
that's interesting.
Well, guys, it was cool that everybody's here hanging out tonight.
Judy Willick's saltwater aquifer infiltrating freshwater is what I'm curious to understand in Florida. Okay. Where do we start?
It's all you. My brain has had enough for today.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna have to
We'll-
save that for the next show.
Yeah.
Remind us, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Mhm.
But guys, thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. I hope you guys had a good time.
Yes,
Be
thank you.
sure
guys.
to hit that like button. If you're new, I see. Geez, we have what 40? There's probably somebody new out there. Subscribe
Right?
and share and whatever,
Tell a friend.
and leave comments. We like comments.
We do. I haven't been able to pay attention lately, but I eventually catch up. So comments.
So have an amazing weekend, and we will be back Tuesday. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. I love you guys. Peace and God bless.